Welcome everybody, Shiur number 649. We're learning today L'Refuah Shalema Chaim Shol Ben Pesel Shetakav Refuah Shalema B'Soich Sha'ar Chayla Yisrael. Getting back to our malacha of TOFAIR sewing. So first of all, I just want to clear up one thing which a Rav actually mentioned to me, very important thing in reference to the diapers, which we spoke about last time a few shiurim ago, with the tabs, in other words, the tape. That's you open the tape, close the tape, and so on. So we went through the various different situations in reference to the diapers and the tabs and closing it and opening it, various different ways how to do it. Now, when it's okay, when it's not. Now, one thing I just want to stress, first of all, Velcro we mentioned is fine. Velcro is not the issue. But when you're dealing with the regular, I don't know how many of us still have the older fashioned Pampers whereby it's still tape. That taka runs a little bit into a problem as far as opening it up on Shabbos itself. In other words, sometimes there's a cover on the tape itself. It's for sanitary reasons, for protection and so on. You have like these covers on top of the tape, and you pull it apart, and then you're able to use the tape. So the problem with that is a couple of problems. One of the main problem is on some of the older Pampers, some of the companies, there's a problem of makabepatish possibly, which is completing an item because of the fact that the because of the fact that the cover on the tape was made sort of like one together with the tape. Thereby, when you pull off the cover from the tape, it's becoming now a usable tape and a usable diaper, which would have a halacha of makabepatish, whereby one completes an item on Shabbos. The malacha of makabepatish, obviously, which we're not learning right now, is basically whereby one does one action and completes an item on Shabbos. That is the malacha dioraisa of makbepatish. Tikkun mana is a little bit different, which we're going to talk about. It's actually a tolda, and tikkun mana has to do. It's a tolda of boina, whatever, but. It's it has to do with fixing an item, making an item work, but not always doing one action. Makabepatish is one action. So over here, you're pulling off the tab, you pull off the cover from the tape, you now make it a usable diaper because of the fact that it was never detached from before. In other words, it was made into it was all made from one piece. You now make it a usable diaper. Could be running into the problem makabepatish, number one, and number two, even in case not, even if it was separately, whereby the company put on the protection, this piece, the cover on the tape to protect it for sanitary reasons and so on. Pulling off the tape on Shabbos, again, you're running into problems of koshair, tearing. As we know, hamadabik liyaris, one separates two items which are attached together. Putting them together is a question of TOFAIR many times, like we saw in the Rambam and the Mechaber, and taking it apart, of course, is running into a problem of koshair, which would be tearing. And again, it's a machlekes. We're not going to get into the whole thing now. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we talk about the malacha of koshair. But the problem here is that it's been there for a very long time. There is a lavush that's makes it a little bit easier, that we spoke about a little bit in reference to whereby the lavush says. A kayama dika thing is whereby the manufacturer, the one who makes it, they have in mind that the person should use it as soon as possible, take it off as soon as possible, even though it's more than 24 hours. But be it as it may, it's running into a problem, and definitely if one has the older Pampers whereby they are not Velcro, in other words, whereby the tabs to close the diapers are not Velcro, it's the old-fashioned tapes, definitely one should open up the diapers before Shabbos. In other words, to remove the covering from the tape of the diaper, whether it was attached from before, whether it was one piece, whether it wasn't one piece, it's definitely what is one should do. Erev Shabbos to open up, one needs, let's say they'll figure they need 10 diapers over the course of Shabbos, so to tear off the coverings from the tapes of 10 diapers and to get them ready in general. Like this again, even if there's a problem with makabapatish, you'll avoid that because it's already now uncovered. You already, detached the cover from the tape, number one. And number two, in case it was, put two pieces separately together, it was there for a long period of time. So now good. So now fine. Now it's not a problem. Now it's already, it's open. It's only going to be there, even if somebody goes ahead and puts it back on there for protection, it's only going to be there for a very short period of time, preferably just to leave it open in a way whereby it'll stay sanitary, opening up again. Like we said, if somebody they feel they need 10 diapers, opening up 10 diapers and leaving them open, the tabs and the tape and so on. Okay. Again, but most of the diapers today, I think, are Velcro, but in case I just wanted to mention it, it was told to me, and I wanted to bring it across in reference to, if for those who still do have the older diapers whereby it's not Velcro, the tape, and the closing tabs, and it's actually tape, to keep that in mind and make sure everything is open before the Shabbos. Again, if it's Velcro, not a problem. That could be open and closing for longer periods of time. Okay, now what about staples? Where do staples, for example, a staple, to staple something on Shabbos, is that running into the problem of TOFAIR sewing? So it brings down the Sefer Eitzer Halachos B'Shem the Nishma Shabbos, actually, that a staple will be the same thing, basically like sewing, even for shorter periods of time. Kamei Kain, he says like this, is asur lachaber b'Shabbos shnei devarim. One is not allowed to attach two items together, like two pieces of paper, for example. Kagoin shnei niyaris alidei staple, they'll staple it together, right? Because this is similar to TOFAIR sewing. Even somebody's going to say, even if somebody's going to say, well, I'll take it apart within 24 hours. What's the problem? No, stapling is a major problem of TOFAIR. And he brings on the bottom, B'Shem the Nishma Shabbos in Sifkatan Kuf Mem Hey, that the Chol She'isa Kein L'Kayama, if somebody staples two items together for a longer period, in other words, more than 24 hours, more than 7 days, or 24 hours, even if those shittas who are, more on the machaber side, yesh b'zeh iser Torah. He's dealing with a iser Torah, aser min ha-Torah al t'tofer v'afal gav de b'tfira b'yalma b'inyan sheikshom sheyasa gimel tfiris. We said that by TOFAIR, to be chayiv, one would need really 3 stitches, because without 3 stitches, he explains to us that without 3 stitches, it doesn't hold. Mashain came by staple. When somebody staples something, it automatically, what happens is the metal automatic. But what is a staple? It doubles over on the other side. Well, they say mishadek hetev, and it holds it very tight, right? If you take a staple gun during the week and staple 2 pieces of paper together, even one time, it doubles over, and it's tight. It's staying there forever. I mean, till you tear it apart. It's not coming apart. It's not coming out. So that's even better. It's even stronger than a regular sewing, because of the fact that it's metal, doubled over, and it's very tight. It's chayiv af bebeis tchivos. One would be chayiv even for 2 stitches, which is what a staple is. Even if one has in mind to open it again the same day, within 24 hours, right after Shabbos, it doesn't matter. A staple, to staple something is taka aser, and taking out staples is also aser, which we're going to see when we talk about koshair. I don't want to get too much into that right now, because we do want to try and keep TOFAIR sewing and koshair tearing a little bit separate. So again, basically that's the bottom line. Just to sum up today's shiur, we want to keep in mind that one should prepare the diapers, if they don't have Velcro, to prepare from before Shabbos, if they have to take off the covers from the tape and so on, for the various different reasons. And of course, to keeping in mind that staples is a problem of TOFAIR, and it is also 100% to staple something on Shabbos. Thank you for listening. Atzlach and bracha, kol tov.